I'm currently driving the Ortega Highway on my way to my son's doctor's appointment, the same place that I started this experience about a year ago. I grew up riding this road a lot, but in my time commuting, I've just found out how truly dangerous this road is.
Developing story tonight, CHP has just closed down Ortega Highway because of a severe storm damage there, and they say it won't reopen for weeks.
The state highway is an important link between southern Orange County and communities in southwest Riverside County and is now closed between San Juan Capistrano and Lake Elsinore.
Yeah, you guys, what a frustrating 3 weeks this is going to be for thousands of commuters. This is their link every day from home to work. I want to show you right here. This is where the closure starts. We're standing at Gateway Place and the Ortega Highway. I want to take you to some video we shot a short time ago. We drove about 2 miles up the road, just west of Gibby.
Yeah, hey there, Lou and Glenn. We are now standing inside the closure. Let me explain what you're looking at. You're looking westbound right now. You're looking right over here. You see the closure at Gibby Road. Basically about 5 miles that direction is the I-5 freeway. So if you're coming from San Juan Capistrano on the I-5, Gibby Road right here is as far as you're going to get. On the other side of this closure, it's actually over in Lake Elsinore on Grand. They are letting some people in that way because you have a lot more miles before you get over to this point, but you have to be a local resident or have some business in the area to get past Grand on the Lake Elsinore side.
If the Ortega is closed, we don't get any business, and it's really hard as a smaller business to maintain a cash flow in general. We cannot compete with larger companies, so when we have no traffic going by our business, it's hard to make ends meet sometimes.
Say this road was never built to be a commuting highway.
If the Ortega is closed, we don't get any business.
Never meant to be a commuter highway, it just happened. The more the Inland Empire grew, the more people started going across in the last probably 20 years.
The prices of homes, it makes it outside of people's means to afford to live in the South County area, which pushes people to the Inland Empire, being Murrieta, Corona, Temecula, and that has created an increase of flow of traffic on the Ortega Highway. From my understanding, it was at one point in time 10,000 vehicles, now increased to 43,000 vehicles a day.
Well, the initial sinkhole, fortunately, it didn't require a medical type response. It required just a Caltrans response because they're responsible for the road. Once we identified that there was no vehicles that had gone into the sinkhole, really it's up to Caltrans to cone off the area and restrict traffic until it could be repaired. Now, as far as responses on the opposite side of the sinkhole, obviously that's an issue because fire engines and fire trucks are kind of heavy pieces of equipment. What the Orange County Fire Authority did is they put 2 paramedics on one of our helicopters. And anytime we had any kind of a response with a location on the opposite side of the sinkhole on Ortega Highway, we responded with the helicopter with the 2 paramedics. We could actually land on the other side of the sinkhole and render aid as it was necessary.
And if there's just one simple accident, it plugs up the whole corridor to where the traffic backs up for miles and miles and miles, and there's really nothing you can do except turn around. Or if it's a fatality, they have to wait for the coroner to get there, and that could take up to 4 to 6 hours. So about 20 years I've lived here on the highway, but I've been commuting through it for probably 25 plus years when I was working before I retired. When I first started, it wasn't that bad at all because there was maybe 6,000 people a day would use it, and that number is quadrupled now. Now it's ridiculous the amount of people that come through here.
This highway was originally paved, I believe, in the late 30s, and the amount of traffic at that point in time was significantly less, along with the weight of the vehicles as well as the speed. So all those in factor do take a toll on the Ortega Highway, which is within a national forest and a scenic route within Southern California.
We are
Ortega Highway, which is where we started this adventure a year ago. Our son was coming into this world. He is now in this world. You know, I grew up driving this highway a lot. Not driving it, but as a kid, and we drove this highway a lot. And since I turned 18 and got my license, I've driven this highway quite a lot. I didn't quite notice all the problems this highway had until I started doing our regular commute to my son's doctor's.
You know, it affects everybody because that's kind of like our own, not really our only way home, but our fastest way to get home. So, I mean, there's a lot of people on Ortega. I think a lot of Elsinore, Wildemore, Temecula, Marietta people, some Corona people too, because they don't want to pay toll roads, but yeah, it's just,
Were you worried about the fires?
yeah, I mean, you know, of course, because it affects everybody. A lot of homes were lost, and you know, it can happen to anybody. But even when there's fires like on Ortega, you know, that's not fun either.
How do you feel taking the Ortega usually when you take it?
I feel good. I mean, I'm so used to the drive. I've been doing it for like 10 years, so I'm okay. I don't mind it at all. It kind of relaxes me, actually.
How do you feel when you have to take the 76 or 91?
Just the thought about it was like, oh, I'm never going to make it home. A little stressful because, you know, traffic for sure. But you got to do what you got to do.